I'm so happy that you get these big sun visors, because I can't see shit. Sun's right in my eyes, but these are really good. They're massive. Unlike the Aston Martin, where they're literally about that big. It's ridiculous. Anyway, in this video, I was going to say about the dyno part 2, so the results, but because I've been getting a lot of hate on Instagram and YouTube, etc., I just wanted to do another video before that. So this video, I want to do, why does Maseratis get so much hate? Not necessarily Maseratis in general, just people that can afford nice cars, like high-end cars, like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, etc. A lot of people that can afford these cars get called loads of names, or they think that you can't afford it and say that it's a hired car. I've had this before, driving around. People call me, oh you prick, you this, you that, and just call me names, and I don't even know these people. I'm just driving and they're just bloody calling me names for no reason. And I'm not sure why, it's just, I've had a person, when I was at the traffic lights, I literally just pulled up at the traffic lights waiting. I was like, why would it be a rental? He went, yeah, because you can't fucking afford anything like that. I was like, how the fuck do you know? Just from looking at me, how do you know if I can afford that or not? I mean, not everyone spends their money on like nice clothes and jewellery and shit. I mean, there's celebrities out there like Keanu Reeves, he's fucking minted, but he just wears normal clothes, and sometimes he looks like a homeless man, like just sitting around, always helping out people, giving them money, being a good Samaritan. So you can't just look at someone and go, yep, you're poor and you can't afford that car. So yeah, it just pisses me off when you're just driving around. And then Instagram, I've been getting loads of comments, just mainly to do with how slow this car is. I don't really get it. Now, back in the day, I forgot I was saying that, but back in the day, this is before my time, but my dad's time, cars used to be about the looks of the car, or the brand of the car, or, oh, how much was that? Oh yeah, mine's more than yours. Oh, mine's a better brand than yours, etc. Oh, mine looks better than yours. And then it changed to, it was about more to do with like the horsepower, how much horsepower you had. And now it's changed to how quick your car is. So it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm not really into how fast my car is. Now, some people were saying, because I've done a Nautis Line 61, like this guy asked me, like, oh, is that fast, mate? And I said, yeah, 4.6 or something, or whatever it was, and then 4.4 once it's remapped, allegedly. And just because that little clip I put on Instagram, I've been getting loads of people like commenting, saying, oh, it's fucking slow, mate, oh, my car's faster, and all this stuff, or my Audi is faster. And I'm like, right, okay, like, you know, you can get like a supercharged Audi, or, you know, like, it's not like actually that expensive to buy, and they don't look that nice, and it's not a special feeling car. Yes, they're quicker, so what? I'm not into, because my car's quicker, it's better than yours routine, because I mean, the aerial atom is 0 to 60 in like 2.7 seconds. Buy an aerial atom to be on the road, which you can do, rather than having like something like a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. Of course I wouldn't. But it's quicker than them cars. But just because it's quicker doesn't necessarily mean that it's better. I mean, I wouldn't want to have one. I would rather have a high-end car. So I'm just getting on to why it gets so much hate, and then why did I buy this car? Why is a Maserati better than other people's cars? Like, someone said that, oh, that's slow. My car is like 0 to 60 in like 4 point something seconds, like slightly quicker, right? But he had a V6 and it was a diesel and it was just like an Audi. And I was like, right, okay. I don't really care, but okay. So just because it's quicker, I would rather have a Maserati with a Ferrari engine that sounds fucking amazing, naturally aspirated as well, than a bloody V6 diesel turbo just because it's slightly quicker. I mean, you could have more horsepower than my car. You could have a Nissan GTR, right? Or you could have a fucking shitty car that you do up to like 1,000 horsepower or like whatever, and then you called it like a racer, right? And then because you've done that, people then still fucking have a go at you and say, oh mate, you're a racer, I'd rather have this car. So you can't win like shitloads of money on a cheapy fucking car that I don't want, like a Ford or something. Do it up because it's got more horsepower than what this car is, but then it doesn't sound as nice, it doesn't look as nice, you don't get that special feeling driving it, and it hasn't got a Ferrari engine. So I don't see what the 0 to 60's got to do with it. I mean, you can't use the speed. That's what I don't get with people. Like this car, in first gear, I'll come out a corner or like around a roundabout and then put my foot down, then I'll have to stop because you're going too quick. Yes, it ain't a quick car. I mean, it's 0 to 60 in 4.6 average, but I mean, that to me that's quick. I mean, take off 1 second or less than 1 second, and then it's a Lamborghini. I just don't see how like 0 to 60, 4.6 is slow, because it's not. As soon as you put your foot down, you're literally about to hit the car in front of you. So like, you can't use the speed, you can't use your power, you can't use your full range, like your rev range. So I mean, as soon as I put my foot down in this, like I'm nearly enough like in the red line, and you've got to change gears, and then there's a car in front of you. So it's like, oh, okay. If I was like a 0 to 60 in bloody 2 seconds or something, then you'd be fucking 1 crashing, 2 causing accidents, or 3 getting a ticket. Well, over in the UK we don't get tickets actually. We just get points on our license. If you do it about 2 or 3 times, then you're banned for life, pretty much. America, you get tickets and you can do as many as you want as long as you can pay for it. That's it. But over here, as soon as you get a few tickets or get arrested a few times, that's it. You can't drive ever again. You are banned. So I don't want a fucking fast car, and I don't like fast cars anyway. I mean, you put your foot down, I like to hear the sound of the car, like, you know, going all the way up, change gear, all the way up to the red line, change gear. I don't like to go like, and then that's it, because it's going too quickly. So what's the point? Or if you're in like manual mode and you're doing the paddle shifters, as soon as you put your foot down, it's like, and then it's just in the red line, and then you've got to fucking change, and then you're just going, so it's just, I don't see the point of having a car that's like 0 to 60 in 2-point-something seconds. It's just too quick. So that's just my experience. I like a car that's a bit slower, not too slow. I mean, you know, 0 to 60 in a 4-point range, but anything quicker than like 3.9 seconds, 3.8 seconds is getting on to the point where you can't hear that lovely sound of the car. So that just brings me on to why it gets a lot of hate. I think it gets a lot of hate usually because the people are jealous, right? That's what it comes down to. Not just with Maseratis, with any car. If you get people saying, oh, there's a high car, oh, you're a prick and all this stuff, and then it's just because they're jealous, they can't afford it. I mean, I'm not going around saying, oh, look at me, I can afford this car. I'm just driving and enjoying it. But you get people that just call you names and they don't know you, and then I'm like, right, okay. And like I said on the Instagram, I've had people say like, oh, why'd you get that car, shit, and mine's better and all this stuff. Mine's a turbo, it's got loads of power and it's quick. Yes, okay, it might well be. I don't really care what you say. It's because I prefer this car due to a number of things. That's one of them. It sounds bloody marvellous, gorgeous. I don't care if you've got a V6 turbo diesel, but I would much rather have the badge, a high-end car that, oh, I've got a Maserati. Just saying I've got a Maserati is, no, it's just brilliant. I mean, you've technically got a Ferrari. That brings me on to another thing, because I said I've got a Ferrari engine, you know, it's a V8, which is better than the V6 or a 2-litre, like 4-cylinder car. And it's a big engine, it makes it like vibrate as you're at the traffic lights. I love it. I love big engines. I don't want a small turbo engine. And he said basically, like, he's going on about, oh, like, it's a poor man's Ferrari. I hate when people say shit like that. I used to have a Porsche as well. When people say like, oh, it's a poor man's Porsche because you got the Boxster, because I had the Boxster. And I was like, yeah, but I was on a traffic lights and this guy like went, oh, it's a poor man's Porsche, you can't afford the real one. And I went, okay, what you got then, mate? He went, I've got a Citroen Saxo. Brilliant. So then why are you saying that my car's shit and it's poor man's Porsche and you can't even afford what I've got anyway? It's like the guy on Instagram, he said, oh, it's a poor man's Ferrari. I went, yeah, but even just saying I've got a poor man's Ferrari is still better than saying I've got a Ford or I've got a Citroen, I've got a Ford Escort. I mean, yes, it might be the cheaper version of like the thing that's close enough to a Ferrari, you know, the poor man's Ferrari. But even just saying the words that you've got a car that's close to a Ferrari is better than anything else, right? So I don't see what their problem is. It's like, and then when I say to them, okay, what car have you got then? And they're like, oh, I've got an Audi like RS or whatever. Right, I would rather have this because, like I said, it gets so much attention. But it's not just like, I mean, like I was driving around and it always got, Dad, is that a Ferrari? Dad, is that like a Lamborghini? Because it looks fucking gorgeous. And I would rather have a car that looks nice as well than a shitty looking car just because it's quicker. And yeah, so it's just the way that it looks, and it's just the lines of it. It's inside. I like to have a car that's got good quality inside, nice interior. This was a lot of money when it first came out, and you know, you can tell that it was like over 100 grand. You could just look at it and go, that is fucking nice. And then people say as well, like still now, like I had people saying, fucking hell, look at that car, I bet that's well expensive. It's not, 15 grand. But because there was about 100 grand when it first came out, or 130,000 or whatever it was, it just looks like you're rich. So I'd rather have a car that looks nice and drives nicely as well, because it fucking handles good, the brakes are awesome, it's comfortable, it sounds amazing, and it's special. You get that special feeling driving it. You're like, I know it's not a Ferrari, but you feel like you're driving a Ferrari. So I'd much rather have a slower car and have a car that I feel special in, knowing that everyone's looking at me, thinking that I'm like some sort of like famous YouTuber or just a person that's well off. Because every time I go out, they're like, fucking hell, what do you do? I've been asked 5 times now, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, I teach Kung Fu. It's like, oh mate, I need to get into that. Or I've been told, I was like, mate, you do IT, didn't you? I was like, no, I don't know what that's got to do with it. But you're not going to get that in an Audi RS or a fast V6 diesel just because it's 0 to 60 in like 4.1 seconds. I would rather have this. And generally, it just gets a lot more attention. I'm just driving around every time I go out. Attention. I get people coming up to me asking for selfies at the petrol station. Oh, I'd like to take a picture. My boyfriend wants to see it. Or, oh, I'd like to have a picture inside your car. And the kids love it. They're like, oh, Dad, look at that, look at that. I'm like, oh, do you want a video in it? Do you want to like rev it up a little bit? Yeah. And they love it. I'd rather. It's a special feeling of owning a Maserati with a Ferrari engine that sounds fucking amazing. And it's got a lot of horsepower. And it's got a lot of torque. But yes, it's not the quickest thing in the world. But 0 to 60 in 4.6, 4.7 seconds, around that. Once you remap it back 4.5 seconds, I think that's fucking quick enough. I mean, why would I want to go too quick anyway? I want people to see me. I want to hit, I want them to hear me coming. I want them to be like, whoa, look at that. Not like, whoa, what was that? I don't know what it was. So, I know I've been ranting on that this is like a moany video, but it's just, I get a lot of hate, and I get called names that I don't even like, that just really pisses me off. And it's like, it's got nothing to do with them. I'm just enjoying my time. And then you get people like that just have to put you down all the time. So, if you want to get a Maserati or a high-end car and you can afford it, do it. But try to stay away from Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. I get some nice comments. Well, actually probably more than hate, but I do get a lot of hate as well. So this video is just basically, why does the Maserati get so much hate, and just a few things of why I like the car. Like, why did I get this car over something else that is quicker? And it is because it's just the looks, the special feeling of driving it, the quality of the leather, comfortable. I can have 4 people in, like, rather than having a 2-seater sports car that's quick but uncomfortable. And it gets so much attention, and I just love it. It's mainly the sound that I love, but the looks, I mean, it's a gorgeous looking car. Why wouldn't you want one? Why would I give up everything that I like about it, like how it drives, and just everything in general, for something that doesn't give me that same feeling, just because it's slightly quicker? See, like now, everyone's looking at me. And, I mean, after I remapped it and did maybe a stage 2 remap, it will be close to like a Ferrari. And they're only like, what, 4.1 seconds or something? Like 0 to 60? So, yeah, I would much rather have this, to be honest. So, let people hate. If they want to hate, they can hate. I've just learned to just hide their comments, block them. Like I said, if they put me down, then what's the point? I don't want to get put down all the time when I'm enjoying myself. Like I said, I've got my dream job, I've got my second dream car. So, what more can you want? But yeah, so that's just a few reasons why I've chose this car over everything else, over something faster. I really, really love this car. And I don't care what people think. I don't care if it's not as quick as your car, your little 2-litre turbo. I love this car, and that's why people hate it.